Welcome to Getting Started with Google Drive. Let's head on over to the internet and get started. There's more than one way to log into Drive. You could simply sign in to Google. You can also use the shortcut drive.google.com and enter your password. Once you've logged into your Drive, you will notice on the top left-hand corner that it says Google Drive. You can search your entire Drive according to what type of file you're looking for or keywords. And the button that you are going to use the most is actually located right over here on the left-hand side where it says New. This is where you can create new folders. You can upload files. You can upload full folders and, of course, create documents, sheets, slides, and more. So to get started, let's just create a folder. I'm using the list view, and so all of my folders are listed, and this is the one we just made. I can double click, and you'll notice I can even drop my files here, just drag and drop. Or I can use the New button, click File Upload, and then find the file that I want to upload. Likewise, I can click New and Folder and upload an entire folder. It's really pretty simple as far as keeping all of this organized. Now there's a second part, and that is called the Shared With Me. So sometimes someone might send you something, hey, I shared this document with you, and those are all located under Shared With Me. They don't have to stay there. You can add them to the Drive. But you can also, depending on what you're using it for, make a copy so that then you're not editing someone else's work. So if I just scroll down and grab one of these calendars, I can right-click and make copy. And that's going to create a copy of that particular file. And it put it in my Drive. So now I'm going back over to my Drive, and you'll see that I have a copy. Now the owner is me, whereas earlier there was another owner. So I can edit this just by double-clicking, opening it, and edit it however I'd like. It is now my file. The original file is still right here in the Shared With Me. Now, if you're wanting to collaborate on something, then you may actually want to put this file in your Drive. So I can simply click and drag it to my Drive and put it in the folder maybe that we just created. So now that particular file is in that folder. There's a little icon to let you know that this is a collaborative project. So if you open it up, you are editing the original. Now maybe you want to share something with someone. So let's take a look at a file. And I'm going to maybe share this with a friend of mine so that they can read it. I can click the icon here that says Shared, or I can right-click and go to Shared. So if I click the little person, type in my friend's name, before you add your note, decide, do you want them to be able to edit, comment and view, or just view? And you change this accordingly. And then you can send that particular link for the file to them. Now they can always make their own copy just like we did earlier, as long as you don't protect it, and they can edit it on their own. So they still have all the options that they need. A second way that you can share is by using this link. So if I click shareable link, it turned it on. So now anyone with this link that I can copy and paste in an email or what have you can view this particular file. Now that does open it up to where someone could accidentally find this link. So if it's something that has secure information, or you definitely don't want anyone else being able to accidentally see it, not that it's going to happen all the time or anything, but it could. So you would want to only use the share option so that you know who is viewing it. So either way, those are two different ways that you can do that. Another fun tip with these files is that you can actually color code the folders. So let's say that you wanted to add a star for each thing that you're working on for this month. Maybe you have certain colors. So I could change this one to purple, and that might mean that it's a project. Red might mean that it is of high importance. So it's really fun to change the colors and everything of your folders in order to organize them. And it is the same as the My Drive and the Shared With Me as far as organizing it into folders and files. The only difference is everything in there is being shared among a certain community. Now, if you're trying to find something that you don't remember where you put it, remember there is the search drive, but you can also go to Recent. All your Googles can be set up to sync to Google Photos. Here's those starred items I showed you a few minutes ago. And of course, you can trash anything that you would like. Now, lastly, sometimes you might need to know some information about a particular file or folder. So I'm going to select this folder, and when I right-clicked, one of the options was to view details. And there's another place that I can get this also, which is right here where the I is. So if I click Get Details, I can look at the activity, I can look at all of the details, and I can turn it back off again. Next to this is also a grid view. So if you don't like the list view, you can simply click and get a grid view instead. Just personal preference as far as which one that you like the most. So in order to move your files and folders, you can simply just pick them up and move them wherever you would like for them to go, such as I could drop this into the file that we had made earlier. You can also right-click and do a Move To. That is where you can do that. Another thing that we didn't cover was downloading. So we could come right here after right-clicking and click Download, and it will save a copy of this folder on your computer desktop. And that was a quick getting started guide for Google Drive. Have fun!